All right, so today we are making one waffle. Yes, one single serve waffle, and it is perfect for those mornings when you want something maybe a little special for breakfast, but you don't need a whole batch of waffles. This is the recipe for you. This recipe makes one light, tender Belgium style waffle, and the best part is you probably have everything you need in your pantry and your fridge already. Now this waffle only takes a few minutes to mix together, a few minutes to cook, and literally under 10 minutes, you can have one light, tender, delicious waffle. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is heat up our waffle iron. You wanna make sure your waffle iron is nice and hot because the trick to a golden brown, crispy on the outside, tender and light on the inside waffle is really your waffle iron. Now, I have tried a lot of waffle irons over the years, and I have a few of them in my pantry. But this is one I found that I really like, and if I can find a link to it, I'm gonna link to it down below. But you want a waffle iron that gets nice and hot. So if your waffles aren't getting crisp, it's usually your waffle iron. So you may need to turn up the temperature. I crank mine all the way up to its hottest setting, or you may need a new waffle iron. Okay, the first thing you wanna do is, I always spray my waffle iron, even if it is a non-stick waffle iron. So we're just gonna give it just a light coating of our non-stick spray and then close it back up and let it, continue to heat until you are ready to put the batter in. So we're gonna start with, in my bowl, I have a tablespoon of melted salted butter. Now, if you don't have any butter, but maybe you have a light flavored vegetable or canola oil, you could use that too. And then make sure that the butter isn't too hot straight out of the microwave or stovetop where you've melted it. And we are going to add in 1 egg white. Now, you could totally use a whole egg if you want, but I think you get a lighter waffle if you only use the egg white and not the yolk. So you decide. We're just gonna mix that in. Then we're gonna add in some vanilla, just 1/4 teaspoon, or however much. All right, and then we're gonna add in some milk. Now, I just happen to have some buttermilk in my refrigerator. I love using buttermilk when I can. But if you don't have buttermilk, totally use whatever kind of milk you have in the fridge. Now you will, if you use buttermilk, we're gonna use 1/4 cup of buttermilk, but you will find the buttermilk versus just a regular milk the buttermilk will give you a slightly thicker batter, which is totally fine. And it will also kind of foam up a little bit. But just keep stirring it, mixing it together, and it'll kind of thin out. All right, we're ready for our dry ingredients. Oh, hear that? My waffle iron is preheated, it's ready to go. All right, we have got 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of sugar. You can use a little less if you wanted, but I like my waffles kind of sweet. And then we want 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. All right, and just mix that together. You see how quick this is, and it is ready to go into the waffle iron. Now, at this time, you could decide if you wanted to add some blueberries in. That would be delish. Or at our house, we like to throw in some chocolate chips, cinnamon chips, anything yummy like that. All right. So my batter it's probably the consistency of cake batter, but it may be, like I said, a little thinner if you use just regular milk versus buttermilk. All right, once our waffle iron is nice and hot, we're just gonna add that batter right into the bottom of the waffle iron. And I kind of put it into the middle, and then I'm just gonna use try to get it all in. Use my spatula just to flatten it out a little bit, but it will naturally spread to the edges of the waffle iron as it cooks. So like I said, my waffle iron beeps when it is done. So there we go. I have a nice, beautiful golden brown waffle. It's gonna be hot, so just take it out of your waffle iron, and now you are ready to decide what are you gonna put on top of your waffle. At our house, we love syrup, and I just wanted to share with you one of my favorite syrups are from Butter Country. And I'm going to link to them down below, and there's actually a link to their website, and there's a 10% off coupon for you there if you want to use it, included in the link. But they have so many amazing flavors. Some of our favorites are cinnamon bun. Our current favorite right now is huckleberry. So good. They have maple. They have a traditional buttermilk. Check them out. Go to the website, all the fun flavors. And you can, some of them I can actually find in my local grocery store, but all the flavors are available on their website. So I think we're in a huckleberry mood today. We're gonna add some huckleberry syrup, but first I'm also gonna put some blueberries. Now, if I had some huckleberries, it would be yummy to put some huckleberries on top too. But can you believe how quick and easy this is? Perfect amount of waffle for one person. Now, if you're looking for some more yummy breakfast, small batch breakfast ideas, I have a delicious small batch buttermilk pancake recipe that I'm going to link to down below, plus a bunch of other breakfast ideas for 1 or 2 people. So thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. Single serve waffle for one. It's perfection. Hope you'll give it a try, and I'll see you in the next video.